Hi, it's Juliette. Welcome to my green moments where I share my life with plants I have at home and how I care for them. Today I'm going to prune back my Tradescantia Nanouk plant to get it in a much better shape, and will show you how to propagate cuttings. If this is your first time here, I am the founder of My City Plants. I have been working with plants for more than 20 years. I share my expertise and tips with you here so you have a better knowledge and tools to grow happy and healthy plants. I got this plant back in May last year, and this is what it looked like back then. You can see how much this guy grew. Now it has a long cascading stems. Because the plant is living in the room where it's not enough bright light, you can see how much spacing there is between the leaves because the plant is stretching towards the light. Also, I will show you all these dry leaves. You can see a lot of them here. This is all the result of winter stress. Unfortunately, during this time of the year, the humidity is so low because we're using indoor heating. Plus, this guy is not really far away enough from the heating unit. But the good news is, look, I have a lot of new growth. So overall, it tells me that the plant is happy, even though it's not really growing in ideal conditions. In order to get my plant in a better shape, I would have to do some really heavy pruning today, and I will keep pruning this plant regularly before the legs get too long. So let's do it. I'm going to start with the stem here, and I'm gonna go all, see there is no leaves here, so I'm gonna go back all the way here where this new stem is breaking out, and I'm just gonna simply cut it, and then I'll keep this stem intact because it's really short, and I'm gonna move to this long plant, and again I'm going to cut it right by this leaf here. I want to show you something, guys. This plant grows new stems from the areas where you cut it. I did cut it a little bit a few months back. This is where I pruned it, and as you can see, the new stem grows right from where the plant gets cut. So the new stems will appear from where I'm cutting right now. Okay, the next one is this one. Oops. Go. Then let's move to this long stem here. All right. This one will be next. I know it maybe looks painful, but it's not. Plants do like pruning, and that's what helps them to grow fuller and stronger. So we're not doing any damage here. Well, ta-da! You see? All the long and overgrown stems are out. Now we only have all the new babies here, the younger stems, and they're gonna start cascading. And once they reach probably the bottom of the planter, that's when I will prune them back again so that I can get much fuller growth on the top. I will save these cuttings and propagate them in water. So in a few months when the roots are grown, I will pot them, and this way I have a new plant. When you are saving cuttings, keep in mind that the roots grow from these areas like the rings, nuts. So when you cutting the stem, cut it below the ring, remove the lower leaves, and that's where the roots are gonna come from, and then you can just simply put it in water. I'm not gonna save this overgrown old part. I'm just gonna save the younger end of the stem. Let's do this one too. In water. All right, I have a couple more. And the last one. Is everyone in water? Yeah, I'll fill it up if I need to later, but basically that's it. Grow, babies, grow. As I mentioned earlier, I did prune this guy back a few months back a little bit, and I did save a couple of stems that are propagated in water. And as you can see, now I have a nice, beautiful roots, and I can repot these cuttings. Also, guys, look at the difference of the color. Yeah, this plant was propagating on the bright window, and look how much closer the leaves are growing together, where here the spacing is much wider because of the lower light. So let's pot this beautiful stem. I have Lechuza self-watering mini Deltini planter here for this stems to go in. It's the same planter as this guy in, it's just a little smaller. By the way, all my plants are potted in Lechuza self-watering planters. Plants love it as they are in a complete control of how much water they want to take. I love it because it drastically lowers watering frequency compared to any regular pots. Also, I'm potting these guys today in Lechuza Pon. Is a special sap truck that is made from mineral stones. It provides a great porosity and keeps the moisture levels even. It's also filled with an essential nutrients. This sap truck is good for all plant types. Let's do it. I'm going to remove the inner part from the cover. Put a little bit of font at the bottom. Now I'm going to place the stems in and simply cover them with the Pon sap truck. It's also good because it adds a good support for the stems. Almost done. All right. Pot it. Now, just like after any repotting, I need to water this, guys. For the first 4 weeks, it's very important for us to water this plant often because now we just took it out of the water and putting it in a completely new environment. We want to make sure we provide enough moisture for the roots to adjust, adapt, and grow happy in this new pot. This is my watering can. I would need a bowl. So the way I do it after repotting, I'm just going to saturate the pond really well, and I simply gonna pour a lot of water through it to make sure it gets well saturated. I think that's good enough. Now when the water is going to drain out, I'm placing it inside the cover. So let's talk about watering a little in details. So for the first 4 weeks, we're going to water newly potted cuttings once a week with about, for this size, about 6 ounces of water. After 4 weeks, I can start using the self-watering feature. I'm going to show it to you how to water plant and self-watering planter when you can use the reservoir. It's the same. We're pouring water through the sap tract very slowly around the plant. You can hear the water running through. Yeah, that's water is draining inside the reservoir. As you can see, the red stick is starting to rise. You have to do it slowly because it takes time for the water to go all the way down. So we do not want to overfill the reservoir. Oops. All right. I overdid a little, but that's okay. He was really thirsty, so it will drink it. So now the reservoir is full. The plant is in total control of water intake. It will drink water as fast as it wants to and as much as it wants to. I'm just going to watch the needle, and once it's back to minimum mark, it tells me that the water reservoir is empty. Now I have to provide the time between watering. I'm not going to refill the reservoir right away. For the small plants like this, you need a break about 5 to 7 days. So once a week, after the red stick is down to minimum, I'm just gonna simply repeat what I just did, pour water until the reservoir is full, and let the plant take full control over it. I am done and can remove this project from my plant to-do list. Thank you for keeping me company. Hit like if you did. Take care of yourself, take care of your plants. Thank you for watching, and I see you soon.